Hi, I'm Laura Geis, author of the Homeschool Toolkit and founder of HomeschoolAdviceOnline.com. The question for this week's episode of Homeschool Advice with Laura Geis is, do I need a homeschool plan book? I have kind of a wishy-washy answer for you. The answer is yes and no. No, you don't need a homeschool plan book, and you can get along without one if you want to. But yes, it's helpful to have one so that you have a centralized location to keep all of your homeschooling papers and you're not searching for lost papers all the time. If you have older students, you may think, I don't need a homeschool plan book. They take care of their own assignments. My older students are pretty independent also, but what I like to do is plan their lessons in my homeschooling plan book. Then they copy those out of there so that they have a record of it. But having it in my book reminds me to check and make sure that they have completed their work. So I just let my kids copy their assignments out of my book, but then I have everything in one central location. I know what everybody's supposed to be doing. So especially if you have more than one child that you're homeschooling, a plan book can be a big help. Now, if you decide that you want to use a homeschool plan book, it does not need to be complicated. I've looked at some time manager, binder things before, and they are so complicated. It takes 3 hours to figure out how to use them, and there's different pages for different things, and the directions take me longer to read than it does to write down what I want to do in a day. So that's just too complicated for me. Make your life easy. Use a simple homeschool plan book that meets your needs. Don't put a lot of things in there that you won't use. Just put the basics in there and make it a real workhorse for your homeschool. If you're in the market for a homeschool plan book, you can easily make your own. I remember I used to look in the catalogs to see what kind of things do they put in these homeschool plan books, and I just would design my own pages based on what I saw in the catalogs. I didn't really want to spend a bunch of money on something I wasn't sure if I was going to use or if it would meet my needs. And honestly, I never did find a plan book that met all of my requirements. So I designed my own every year. It didn't cost me any money. It took me a couple of hours probably to get it all figured out. But when I decided to begin my website and wanted to serve the homeschooling community, I put together a homeschool plan book that is completely customizable. You decide, how many students you want to include in the book. You decide which subjects you want to teach. You copy the pages that are meaningful to you and throw out the rest. You don't even need to print those off. So if you would like a copy of my homeschool plan book, just visit www.homeschooladviceonline.com and I'll send you a free copy. All you'll have to do is copy the pages and stick them in a binder and you'll have your own homeschool plan book. I hope this serves you. See you next week.